Good morning, fellow junk journalers. So this is tag template number 6, and it's called Lines. Once again, I'm not taking credit for these. There is a whole series of tag templates on YouTube, and I thought it would be really great for us to incorporate that into our tags on Tuesday. You do not need to use this template just on tags to decorate them. You can use it on pockets, covers, pages, clusters. You know, the list is endless. So as it suggests, it's all about lines. So I've just got the template that I've drawn here for a moment, and I've got a few straight lines. I've got, that should be a curvy line, but it didn't work out very well, a dotted line, a stitched line, and a circle line. So as I'm going through and I'm making one with you today, I'll talk a little bit more about lines. So let's get straight to it. And the first thing I'm going to do is make a tag base because I've run out. So let's just get that. So I'm hoping this won't be too dark. Again, it's daylight here. It's not as sunny as it has been, but it's still lovely. So I think I'm going to have my tag at about 5 inches today. Tags can be any size you like. It's just on your own preference. I thought I had everything ready, but I evidently don't. So let's just... I'm cutting off a corner, turning it over, and doing the same on the other side. Hopefully, well, that looks reasonably straight. So lines, I've got some already prepared. I've got some plain lines, so just like this. I've got some book page. You can use pattern lines. Ones that are already decorated. And you don't even need to use a whole line. You could use a partial line, but everything is going in the same direction. So you could, if you wanted to, do a selection of lines that way. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to start gluing some of these down. Again, I'm not going to overthink it. If you've been looking through the videos, this is video number 6, so please go back and look at the other 5 for different tag templates. And I'm just gonna pop that one there. How's everybody been? Has everybody been okay? I'm still busy decanting or decluttering, should I say, my mum's craft stuff. Got the scrap store coming next week to do a big collection. Managed to spend almost £400 of mum and dad's money on sorting her out with some new furniture. Don't you just love spending money when it's not your own? I love it. It's great. I'm sure everybody does as well. So I'm going to put in a partial line, I think. That's a little bit too wide. I don't quite like it that wide. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with myself. So mum's decluttering, and I think I've come away with possibly, I don't know, 4 items that have all fitted into my handbag. I'm just going to leave this bit for a minute because I'm a bit undecided as to what to pop there. Let's have something that's quite good. I'm still using my Tesco's glue stick. It's fantastic. It's really holding up well. Did everybody have a good bank holiday weekend? The weather here wasn't too bad. It was supposed to rain most of the weekend, but that changed, which was quite nice. I think I'm going to pop that there. Don't forget, if you have a go at this, if you're working on the tag templates on Tuesday, please go back and look at the others. Have a go, and it'd be great to see more people joining in and popping up their makes. You know, this doesn't have to be a long project. I'm just making one tag per template. And if anybody's got any ideas with regards to how we can move on with our tags on Tuesday, do pop something in the comments or on our Facebook group at Obsessed and Distressed Junk Journalers. Maybe I need... Right, I'm going to leave this bit for a minute as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it over and trim. Just get some ink on there. Oh, I'm all sticky. And all these thick pieces of paper that I've just stuck on, they are just scraps from, well, all over the place, really. Some of it's packaging, some of it's from a book. But it's great. It's, yeah. Right, so there's my lines. Now we can go... Oh, around the right way, Anne-Marie. We can go one step further and we can add to the lines. So it doesn't all need to be paper. If you've got a nice background underneath, so this is the bit that I left blank, you could... I'm going to stick some little black dots on it, but I'm going to do it in a line. So you can add texture. You can find something like a stencil with a nice line running through it, and you could stencil it with ink. You could use some texture paste to give it a bit of dimension. So I'm sure you're getting the drift by this now. I'm just creating a line of little sticky, oh, what are they called? Dots. I'm not going to finish that on here because I'll be here all day trying to get them straight. So yeah, I quite like that. And then I went through my stamp collection and I thought, ooh, how about using a lined stamp. Now, what did I do with my long? See, here I am thinking I'm all nice and prepared, and then I'm having to rummage. So please do forgive me for my arms getting in the way. There's my long one. Try and get that on there straight. If you can see what I'm doing. Let's I'm using distressed ink. It's not the best for a clear stamping edge, but it does work with does work quite well if you want things looking a little bit tatty. Oh, actually, that's stamped out really well. So I've added another line here. That's really quite effective. I quite like that. I might add another one. Shall we do one? No, let's do one here. There we go. You could even sew the lines in. What else? What else? Oh. So, although this one is obviously a line in its own right, and you're drawn into looking at it by the curved pattern here and the stitches, you could even stamp or use a cut out word, and if it's going in the same direction as the lines that you've glued or drawn, it's still classed as a line. It was actually classed as a partial line. So I'm going to pop that down there, and it just says adventure. Now, if you decided that you wanted to have, you know, I'd class this as a focal point, but to really make your focal point pop out, you could. I don't like the stark whiteness of this one, so I'm gonna just give it a quick ink. That's a bit better. And that one says Destiny. And then I am, what am I looking for, Marie? Not that. Let's use a pin note. That's not going to stand out enough. Oh, this will work. So it's a bit of an ink. So you could, to give it a bit more of a focal point, do it going across the other way, and then this line and this line and this part of this line, they become partial lines because you've put one going in the opposite direction. So instead of vertical, I've put it horizontally. So you could do that. However, I quite like mine like that, so I'm just going to finish it off with popping just that through there. There we go. It'd be lovely to see your makes. Do please pop them on the Facebook group. And I'll see you again. Have a great day. Bye.